What do you do when you're one of the most talented people in the room but nobody notices? You can do two things. You can wait for an invitation or you can build your own house. This is the Kick Out Show.
One, two, my God, it's the Kick Out Show!
Welcome to WWA Wrestling with Adversity, and today we're talking Swerve Strickland, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, I think. Fantastic look, fantastic personality, great on the mic, great wrestler. His storylines are top notch. I love the guy. I think he's great. I think WWE dropped the ball when they let him go. He was in NXT. He came up to the main roster, and that was the end of that. But I think he's way better than that, and I think they really missed an opportunity there to go with someone that could have been a main event star. Swerve Strickland, absolutely killing it. I love the guy. For years, he's been one of the most undeniable talents in the sport. He began his career all the way back in 2008, making his debut in 2011 under the name Shane Strickland. Don't know if any of you remember that. I remember seeing a little bit of stuff back in the early days, but I didn't take much notice. He was a US Army Reserve until 2015, and he balanced military service with wrestling on the indies. On the indie scene, he captured major titles like the CZW World Heavyweight Championship and the Wired TV Championship. He also won Major League Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship by defeating Matt Riddle. Under a masked persona kill shot in the Lucha Underground, he gained TV exposure and added trios titles to his resume. And then he was signed in 2019 by WWE, pushed into the spotlight, and then won the North American Championship. I have to be honest, I was not watching NXT as avidly as I am now. But I know I could see the talent. I just didn't know where it was going. I thought it was a bit generic, the character and whatever. But as soon as he was pushed up to the main roster, I don't know what's going on there. There's this disconnect between NXT and the main roster. And that disconnect is like whatever it was that was getting them over in NXT, it's just not transferring. It's not translating to the main show. Is that storyline? Is that character? It happened with Karrion Kross, Keith Lee, a whole host of wrestlers have failed that jump. And I feel like sometimes they're thinking, shit, I might as well have just stayed where I was. After his release in 2021, he joined AEW, thank God. And in 2002, teamed with Keith Lee to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships as Swerve in Our Glory, which I thought was a great storyline. Two opposites. I love it when two opposites are thrown together in a kind of dysfunctional relationship with the same goal, but they can't get on. But they did it, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. I still didn't realise at that point whether he was main event worthy, but I was enjoying it. I was liking where it was going. I thought Keith Lee might have been able to go up to main event as well, but I don't know if something in his personal life has got in the way, or it's a bit stop-start with him too. But I hope he comes back one day. I don't know if he's injured or is he wrestling somewhere else. I'll have to do some research on that. He defeated Samoa Joe to become AEW World Champion, making history as the company's first recognised African-American World Champion. What a moment that was. Brilliant storyline with Samoa Joe. Went on to have notable defences against Castagnoli. I'm not a fan, I have to admit. But Will Ospreay's matches with Will Ospreay, and now notoriously his feud with Hangman. I know people will go, it's too violent, it's too this. Don't like it, don't watch. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was fucking awesome. I loved the storyline. I loved the levels that it kept going to. I loved the fact that they thought how they changed it from like Swerve going into his house, into Hanger's house, watching his baby in a crib, like dark as fuck, and then the next minute in the evolution of the story, it's Hanger who's the heel and Swerve's the face in this story. And you're just like, surely not. Surely Hanger's got a point here. But Yeah, he burnt his house down, so quits. But something down the line, I think, is coming where we really get to see like these colossal enemies like Stone Cold and The Rock, you know, and eventually they join forces. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, like that handshake. Oh, like let's get in there and let's have this shared goal. I know he helped him a little bit versus Moxley, but I'd like to see where that story could go and get Will Ospreay in there as well. Why not? What three people to bring that company forward. Amazing. Beyond the ring, he's visible in other media, including music, as Swerve the Realist, showcasing a multifaceted career in entertainment. I've seen him on stage, seen him do stuff like that. I love his fashion sense, everything. He's just cool as fuck, isn't he? Swerve's house. He's so cool. Here's the psychological truth behind that. We can all be looked over. We can all be cast aside and considered not good enough. But it's up to us. We need to take responsibility for that. We need to say, this is mine. I want this. This is my goal. This is my dream. I'll move forward regardless. Even when people are shitting on me. Even when people are trying to hold me back. Even when people say I can't do it. Even when my own brain is telling me I can't do it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep fucking doing it anyway. I'm going to keep marching forward. I'm going to keep showing up every day. Because this is what I want. No one's going to come and knock your door and give it to you. No one gives a shit. We spend so much time thinking about, oh, this person will think this of me. No one gives a fuck. No one cares what you're doing. No one gives a shit. If anyone's judging you, they're judging you for 5 seconds and then it's gone out of their mind while they go on to something else. No one's coming to knock your door to give you this opportunity. No one's coming to say, oh, here you go, everything you've ever dreamed of. All you had to do was write some numbers down on a lottery ticket or fucking go out and enter a competition or bet some money or some shit like that. No one's coming to save you. If you want money, if you want your dreams to come true, if you want to travel, if you want to help people, if you want to discover the world and find out and fill your soul up with your dreams and meeting new creeds and cultures, religions and belief systems, everything, that's on you. Nothing's coming to you. No one's knocking your front door. Have you noticed? What are you waiting for? The only thing holding you back is fear. The fear of the unknown. Once you step into that, you don't give a shit anymore. It starts changing. It's like the wolf at the door. You can hear growling, a giant shadow. There's a thunderstorm going on. You open the door, it's a little puppy in the rain. But until that moment, you'll just keep thinking there's a wolf behind the door and you won't move. The years keep ticking past. Day after day, month after month, year after year. Another birthday, another Christmas, another birthday, another Christmas. Nothing's changing, nothing's changing. It doesn't get any easier, it gets harder. How many of us are doing that right now in our relationships? How many of us are doing that right now in our work? Sitting there seething, full of resentment. Frustrated that nobody's recognising me. Ooh, please look at me, notice me. Fuck off. What are you waiting for? You can't just leave your destiny in other people's hands. Yes, you need a job. Yes, you need to pay the bills. There's plenty of hours in the day. You think, oh, I get home, I'm tired. I can't do this, I can't do that. Can't do this because of that. You can always do something. I fucking know you can. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Quick read of a chapter of a book. Piece of equipment. A laptop. Get an old, abandoned, wrecked laptop. Do it up. Do whatever you can. Everyone's got a phone. Don't tell me you can't do anything. You've got a phone. You've got a brain. You've got a phone. You've got the internet. You've got more information than you could possibly ever use. Haven't you? But you're staying still because you're being overlooked. You're giving away your power. You're putting it in other people's hands. You're letting them choose what you do next. That's some bullshit, isn't it? If it was your kid, would you let someone tell them what to do? Are you trapped in this constant cycle of thinking, oh, he's more powerful than me, so I have to do as I'm told. I have to because of X, Y, and Z. Do you have to? Challenge that thought. Do you have to? Is there a part of you that you could just go, this is what I want. How can I take a step towards that? This is my end goal. How can I reverse engineer that? What would be the first step I'd need to take? And then you just stack those steps. Keep stacking those steps. Build a history of success. It starts with getting up at the same time every day. You maybe already do that for work. If you don't, set a time. Build trust in yourself. Build that house around yourself. I get up at this time. I exercise at this time. I eat this food. That's my identity now. At the minute, you're trapped in an identity that believes it's weak, that it's soft, that you can't accomplish anything, that someone else has the power. It's the government because of them doing this to my money. It's my job because they won't let me move forward. They won't let me excel or move up the ladder. Fuck their ladder. Carve your own ladder. Make your own fucking house. Nobody's stopping you but you. For me, for years, it was alcohol, trauma, don't know what to do or don't know what to do. If anyone said to me I was being a victim, I just thought, nah, I want to do something, but I just don't know how. I've got no one to talk to. I've got no one to share with. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What's the path I'm supposed to follow? Fuck that. Build your own path. Start with the first step. It's supposed to be messy. You're not supposed to know all the steps. They reveal themselves once you start taking the steps. That's the paradoxical nature of it. People like Elon Musk and these thinkers, what they do is they take a step. They don't know what's coming next. They know what they hope is coming next. But that's never the way life works out. You take a step and it branches off into 3 more. And then one of them branches off into 9 more. And then you meet this person and it branches off this way into 10 more. That's how life works. So if you're sitting at home not moving because you think, oh, X leads to Y leads to Z, bullshit. Never works that way. Ever. So stop asking for a seat at the table. Make your own table. Put that table in your own house. Build your own foundations. Get moving. People like Swerve Strickland, they're not waiting around for creative to give him a great story in WWE or to push him up to some main event level that he's always dreamed of. He said, fuck it, let's scrap the lot. Let's go again. Who am I? What do I want to do? And how do I want to get there? Same with Cody Rhodes. Same with many others. Drew McIntyre. You don't believe in me? I'll fucking show you. But not because of you. I'm going to do it for me. This is my dream. This is what I want. Nobody talks about this, but your persona is creating your personal reality. What you think you are, you then put out into the world. It's not until you change those habits that you start to notice your outside world change. It's not going to change out there first. We're all told to be authentic and be our true selves, but sometimes we have to build the character of who we want to be and step into that before we get to see the fruits of that. What we're doing is we're creating this person. How do I walk? How do I talk? This version of me that's confident, that's passionate, that's loving. How does he walk? How does he talk? How does he eat? How does he exercise? What's his morals? What's his values? How do I treat my loved ones? How do I show up at work? How do I show up for myself when I'm alone? These are all keys to building this house, to setting those foundations and moving forward and being the person that you want to be. And the hard truth about a lot of success is that you don't build it on your own. Swerve built the Mogul Empire. We've got so many factions in wrestling. I've talked about this before. And what we want is support systems. We want to be around people that are like the person we want to be. So you don't hang out with your old mates who are still drinking and smoking if you don't want to drink and smoke anymore. If you want to read, you go and hang out with readers. If you want to play football, you go and hang out with football players or people who are passionate about football. So if you want to build a business, if you want to build an unbreakable mindset, body, improve your mental health, be around other people like that. You've got the internet. Get out there. Find who they are. Find where they are. Where do they hang out? What do they do? What are their goals? What are their passions? And then you go there. Drop the old fuckers behind in the dirt. Let them get on with it. You ain't coming to... No one's coming to rescue you. You ain't coming to rescue them. They just want to drag you down, keep you down there, just like the crab in the bucket. A bucket of crabs, man's out fishing. One of the crabs tries to crawl out. The crab underneath reaches up and pulls him back in. And that's what it's like in society. Nobody wants you doing better. Nobody wants you reaching up. Maybe your loved ones and stuff. But in society, no one gives a fuck. No one's going to help you. You've got to take that yourself. You are the one who can take that power and use it to improve your life and your family's life. Then you can use it to pass it on and help others. You don't just decide who you are. You have to show yourself who you are. Showing up, keep working, look after yourself, look after your family, and move forward. So Swerve Story isn't just about wrestling. It's about having will to push forward, having trust in yourself, because you know you're better. You know you're better than that. You know you're better than what you're doing right now. You know you're better than what's being given to you right now. You know it. Are you going to take it? Are you going to reach? Are you going to strive? And this includes going for therapy and stuff like that. You might say, well, I've got depression, I've got anxiety, I've got health anxiety, I've got ADHD, I've got all these things that are affecting people in the world right now. There's wars going on, there's politics is keeping me down, I live in a rough neighborhood. Ask yourself this question. Has anyone ever been through those problems and succeeded anyway, despite them? Follow them. Copy them. Do what they did. You're not a victim and you're not stuck. You're just scared. And that's okay. But that's what this channel's here for. People like you. People like me. Who are scared of the outside world. We're scared of facing up to things. We want to hide away. Or you might be fully passionate and dying to do these things, but still there's something holding you back. Fear, trauma, past experiences. These things have happened before. I tried before. I failed. You've got like a PTSD effect from it. It's not over. Just like I say on this, it's not about hitting the mat. It's all about the kick out. No matter what you've been through, kick out. If you're down for two, kick out. Keep kicking out. Eventually you'll get what you deserve. So if you feel stuck, if you feel alone, if you feel isolated, if you feel people don't understand you, if you feel like you're being overlooked and brushed to the side, that's why I built the locker room on school. A place for us to come together, to find our tribe, to find our faction, to unite and move forward in a way that suits us, through support, through shared experience. That's what drives people forward, not doing it lone wolf. That gets too much credit. I'm a fucking lone wolf. Ah, yeah. Fuck off then. We do it in a tribe. We do it in a group. We push each other forward. We're there for each other when we fall down. We help each other kick out. We tag up. So check the link in the bio. Come along to the faction. And I tell you now, there's going to be so much good stuff in there. Mental health, physical health. I've got courses in there. We're going to do meetups. I've got interviews lined up with professional wrestlers from around the country. I'd like to go global. This is a place for us to unite, move forward, and really build something that means something to so many. And then we get to pass that on to others. So I'd love to see you in there. Check out the link in the bio. My school group called The Locker Room. I'd love to see you in there. So remember, it's not about hitting the mat. It's all about the kick out. Thanks for joining me today.